Hi, Virgo, and welcome to August 2024. There was a pause there for some reason, right? August is your birthday month. So maybe you're pausing for right before your birthday as a reflection, which we do a lot during right before our birthdays or a significant birthday or what have you. Okay, let's look at a past life karma card that potentially you are working on in this life karmically from another. Atlantis, I love it. Knowing your connection to the other side, intuitively knowing that you are connected to Atlantis and the days of Atlantis, and you chose to reincarnate in this lifetime as well, perhaps to help humanity as we all are here to do. Some of you also may or may not know that Atlantis was founded under the Mediterranean Sea of Santorini, in Santorini. I also like the depiction, if I'm not mistaken. It's interesting, this card. The depiction of maybe a tree. So a lot of wisdom and growth that in the day of Atlantis, people were just like us, right? And they grew and they learned and they ascended. I also have a feeling of a crow here. I see a crow, but it's interesting because the crow is kind of like bleeding out, if you will. I don't know if that even comes into play here. Crows may be of significance to you, but I will tell you the dolphins or whales or what have you is that you're very intuitive. We know that. Virgos are highly intuitive, right? Highly intuitive, knowing what lies beneath the surface. All right. So that is what you're bringing to the table here in this lifetime, which is beautiful. Some of you are studying Atlantis, inquiring about what happened in those days. Okay? I don't know. I'm hearing the remaining days of Atlantis. Maybe you should read up on it, research. Okay, let's go. Virgo. Sun, moon, rising, and or Venus. It's like, okay, come on. I got it. Let's go. Page of Cups. Right? Love. Love. We value someone, don't we, Virgo? We definitely value what we love doing for a living, whom we love. We value the existence of a companion, another person who really has joined you on this journey. It doesn't have to be a companion doesn't necessarily mean a love relationship. It could mean a child. It could mean a son and, a child, a son or daughter. We have Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And we have the Knight of Swords. So, okay, so Virgo, someone's coming in to tell you. Okay. Wow, that would be cool. Someone's coming in to say you won the lottery, or you feel like you won the lottery. Someone may be asking you questions about your money. How much you have, how much you're saving, what you do for a living. how you make your money, right? Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, younger to you. Or your kid. Maybe you have a kid that says, Mom, Dad, I need money. I need a down payment for something. A car, an apartment. Can you help me? Someone's asking for that. All right. They said, let's go right to the vice versa deck. Look at, I cut the deck. Look at. Cut the deck, and who did we see? The Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio has learned a lot through the time that you've been with them. Learning a lot. Look at this. Okay, so Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. You may have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Cancer, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in your chart. If it's not in your chart, someone's coming in to say something of value to you. They want to message you, they want to talk to you, you want to talk to them. Let's put that in the middle. The wheel. And what's on the other side? Look at that. Someone's getting a divorce. Ooh. The Strength card's reversed. All right. All right, here's the thing. Virgo. If you're with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you've been kind of toying around. Here you are. I feel like you have two different, completely different, right here, two different feelings. You have, okay, how do I put this? That's it. You are of two minds with regard to making a commitment or not. You want the commitment. Maybe you are in a committed relationship, but you don't want the hassle. And I feel like some of you don't realize that underneath that commitment is like the beast of burden. Someone, it doesn't have to be you, but it's here as something could have very well been happening where someone was, listen up. You either said this to someone, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You might have said, listen up. Are you, like, for real going to commit? Or are you just messing around and not showing someone, or they're not showing you, right, how they really feel about that commitment? And look at this. Oh my God. Look at this. So a Tower moment happens where the night meets the night. I'm serious. You know, the night meets the night. And isn't it, no, it's not funny. It's not coincidental that one knight is on a white horse and the other knight is on a black horse. That is not a coincidence. The horse is white here, but the conflict of this discussion is the same as this. Exactly. Look at this. Look at this. Are you kidding? Look at this. I'm showing you, I'm showing you who I am. I'm truly wanting, right, the white horse with the belief systems of someone's torn. Virgo. Someone's torn between their spiritual beliefs and what they grew up traditionally wanting and or being told that that's what they want, or that's how it goes down, right? You marry, you get married, you have a house, you have kids, blah, blah, blah. The American dream. But Virgo, you're like shaking it up because you have this inner, kind of like this inner beast within that's not necessarily, it is a beast of burden. And I'm going to tell you why I call that a beast of burden. Because the truth here of the Knights of Sword, the beast of burden is you don't want to play by the rules. You don't want to play by the rules. If you're in a relationship and you've been in something for a long time, you're like, you know what? I have really wanted to give this up, but I'm having a hard time ever being able to give this up. Because, oh my God. Because I'm attached to the ideology of what I grew up with as a kid, right here. I grew up as a kid, let's just go right here, thinking that once you get married, you have to be, I'm using that as an analogy. Once you get married, you have to stay with that person forever. You're tied and bound, whatever. So, you're having this enlightenment of shit. How I grew up isn't how I feel right now. I'm feeling totally different than what I was told I couldn't or could do. I'm stuck because I believed what my mom and dad told me. My mom and dad said, hey, once you get married, that's it. You make that commitment, you're in it, you sign the contracts, we're done. Whatever, prenups, whatever. And you don't veer off course. Somewhat similar to Leo's read about traditional values. You could look at Leo's if you so choose, if that's, if you are a moon in or rising, or you have a lot of Leo in your chart, right? Mars, Venus, primarily. But Virgo, you're like, I was told you stick it out no matter what. So I don't think I can move from that existence of what I've always known and been accustomed to. And that is your truth. You're telling a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that, who may or may not be your lover, and or a lover, and or if you're married. I mean, how many times, Virgo, have I had this read where there's a commitment here, or someone wants a commitment, but has a lover, let's just say, perhaps, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Why it comes out? Because, I've seen this coming out for over 8 years. And you just are at, you're at that like impasse. And it is significant. It's not a joke. And you know it. You can't just up and leave what you've been driven and programmed to believe. This is a driven and programmed belief system that you grew up with. And now you have this lover that I'm going to say you might have fell in love with this lover. What's that movie? I'm watching the series of Presumed Innocence. Great series. Presumed Innocent. I know it's a remake, but oh my God. Jake does knock it out of the park. What can I say? All right. Let's go back. Some of you, you know. So you're like, I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know where to start. I wouldn't even know where to begin. So instead of addressing this within your own mindset, you have, you are choosing to what is it? What's the saying? Copacetic. Just let's leave it as it is. It'll be my secret, either with or without this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It'll be our secret until, like, for the rest of our days. B and or J is significant in this secret. You either are the lover of another and or they are of you, but it doesn't matter, because when we have Two of Cups with a lover, with the secret and the lover, someone has a secret lover, for sure. It's been happening for a long time. And that secret lover is their addiction. You're in a relationship for like 10 years, blah, blah, blah. It's the same boring sex, or we don't have sex. And this person is like hot to trot. They're young. So again, it comes out. Another month of who gets cut out and who's sorry. Something like this can't go on, even though it's been going on for like up to 10 years. Virgo, that's your card. 10 of Pentacles. Spirit says, what are you going to do? It's your choice. You have free will. You have free will. You know that your heart is in another place. But let me tell you something. Here's your decision, right? You're like, oh my God, I'm so confused because this person is so hot. They look good. They smell good. They act perfectly. They're so compassionate. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, perhaps with a Leo, Aries, Sag flare in their moon, rising, Mars, Venus, whatever. That's why I said look at Leo, because this does have some remnants of Leo's vibe in it. Different, however. So be mindful of that. So we have to make a decision. Do we go for the sexy, right? Oh my God. Someone has always thought that if the sex is good, you're my person. If I can relate to sex with you, I love you. It's the mask. It's the devil. The devil's in the details, right? Where did the devil go? Right here. Don't forget, the devil makes, and that's not a person or an entity. It is our fears. It is things that we succumb to, if you will. So this person is your like obsession. This person is hot to trot. They are youthful, they're beautiful, like I said. And immediately the Virgo or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with Aries, Leo, Sag in their chart or yours says, oh my God, this is my person. I can feel it. I know it. Are you kidding me? And now I'm like stuck. I'm stuck into making a decision. Like, do I stay or do I go? I might have cut out someone because I just know that I can't release myself from, it's going to be too big of a price to pay. But I'm going to tell you, and this is true. I hope a lot of people watch the Virgo read, because I'm going to tell you right now, Virgo got warped in time. Not all. Just listen up. Virgos, you got warped in a time of your youth. Right here. You got warped in a time where you fell in love, let's just say, high school sweethearts, maybe college sweetheart. And that went away. Totally in love, first love, whatever. Right? Down the line, you get married, you're happily married, everything's great, and then you hit that, 7, 8, 9, 10-year mark, and you're like now feeling out of sorts with who you're with, because it's the same old, and who likes boredom, right? You meet someone, they look just like her. I'm just using as an example. They look just like her. They act like her. They're funny. They're pretty. They're youthful. So now Virgo warped in a time tunnel of, oh my God, this person is like exactly like the person that I fell in love with back in high school. It has to be a sign. What is the sign? Is Spirit putting this person in your presence to teach you the values of what love really feels like? Has my world been completely turned upside down because of that? And I am struggling, and I have been struggling, because I always fall for it. I always fall for on one hand, I fall for the temptation, sex, drugs, rock and roll. And on the other hand, I'm as loyal as they can be. This is the truth of your read, Virgo, right here. You're learning. You're healing. It's not a bad thing. What's happened is you're healing from a warped first love that looks, feels, acts and is as youthful as that time in your life. You know, let's just say your high school teen years, 17, 16, 17, 18, into your 20s of a college sweetheart. That's where you're at. And the hardest part is that you had, or you have to make a decision. And that's why this has been coming up in your read for like 10 years. You know? Like, you had to say goodbye to the attachment. And it hurts. I'm going to say it. It hurts like hell. Because you can't manifest what it is that you want because you're stuck. You're stuck in the old ways and traditions of the belief systems that once you get married, you don't veer off course. You have an affair. I'm going to say it. I have to say it. What is this? I've been dealing with this with Virgo for years since I've been a reader. I'm not saying it affects all. No. What I'm saying is whether or not you have a sidekick or not doesn't matter. The issue here is the contention of what you learned as a kid and what you don't believe, or you're changing your belief systems. You want to move on from those, but you can't. You're stuck and warped in time, in a time of how you grew up and what you believed in. You're stuck. And what's the way out? Look it, there is no way out, because guess what? If you were, let's just say, if this is about a marriage and a divorce, or if you were to even contemplate that, this is how you're going to look, because you lose half of everything. And yeah, I've worked hard for this over the years. Are you kidding me? Look at this. I want to hang on to my money. Okay. I'm just saying, take it for whatever it, take that as a sign to either this read as literal or as a sign of what values in your life are you really believing to uphold, to keep and uphold, or to cut out, so that maybe you can be happy. All right, 3 cards from, well, here's your answer right here. Here's your answer. This comes from your heritage, for sure. This is about, well, my mom and dad were in this situation, or my dad was, or my mom was, whatever. My mom was married, or my dad was married, and they had someone on the side. Those were the days of old. They were. There's no lie about that. You can Google it. Especially in, you know, the European cultures. Maybe the European cultures stood out more than the others, right? The American dream. I'm not saying that it didn't happen in those days, but it became visible to the public through, like, in Europe. And then it hit America, per se, as to morals, values, secret love affairs, etc. The Americans, you didn't hear about it as much as you did in the European countries, because the European civilization of culture was like, listen, you know, right? How does summer lovers come around? All right, effortless. Some of you have been to Niagara Falls. Some of you go walking through, the woods, or you're in a location where, or they are in a waterfall. But the ultimate reason why we love the waterfalls is Spirit saying, go with the flow. Go with what you feel. And most definitely go with something that you feel is effortless and that isn't going to, I'm not saying take the easy route, but I kind of feel that's what Spirit's saying that you're doing. Taking the easy way out, which is, I've been able to do whatever I want. I go wherever I choose. It's been, financially very, a good deal. Maybe you married someone or you're in a relationship for, the deal that you made. But then, you know what happens? Over and over again, Virgo, over and over again. It's not about the money. And you realize it. It's about the value that we place on ourselves and others that really and truly make a life that is effortless. Because when someone truly loves you, there are no secrets. You don't have to get married to or live with someone to feel that way about someone. The depths of your love go very deep, Virgo. But Virgos like to stay in the safe lane for the most part. Depends on your chart, of course. But Virgos are all about staying in the safe lane. Taking a risk as a Virgo, you have to have, an enormous amount of paperwork and stats before someone's gonna, rock your world. Right? All right. I love you guys so much. I'm sorry because this thread of storyline continues to follow you in my reads and in others. But there's a reason why the thread follows us until we learn the lesson. Okay. I send you so much love. Please comment below. Have an awesome month. Take care.